Hi. I just specifically wanted to show up and offer some support and some love for my local community here in Boulder following the tragic mass shooting that happened yesterday at a neighborhood grocery store. One that my husband and I were just in very recently, that's around the corner from where my boys play soccer. That's in the same shopping center as our favorite breakfast cafe. While I always have compassion, empathy, and activation around any gun violence, any tragedy, any community tragedy that happens anywhere, there's something very different that happens in your nervous system when it is in the space of where you live, where your community lives, where your people are, where our lives happen, where our everyday lives happen. So I will be offering as much support as I can. I'm going to do some little kind of video nervous system support, and I'm hoping to put a Zoom support meeting together for kind of like nervous system education and exercises, something like that I can offer Wednesday night. I have a lot of clients this week, so I don't have a lot of time to be making videos. They're going to probably be very brief, but I hope that this is helpful. Right now, I just wanted to share two of my favorite sort of quick go-to nervous system support tools. We're all in a state of trauma here, shock, trauma, grief, and our vagus nerves are activated. Vagus nerves are connected to the social nervous system. Even if you didn't live in the neighborhood where this happened or know anybody who was connected to the event, even if it's a little bit further out in your periphery, if you're in anywhere in this greater Boulder County community, your nervous system is activated through your social vagus nerve connection to the energy and the people around you. So it's really normal that all of us are having a trauma response. It might look like numbing or dissociation or not really paying attention or wanting to know, but it also might look like more of a hypervigilant, hyper-aroused activation nervous system state. Really doesn't matter how you're feeling it, it's happening. So breathing is always one of the first things to connect with all the time, but especially whenever there's any kind of trauma, shock, grief, fear. But in addition to that, being able to use your body position along with your breathing is one of the most effective ways to communicate directly to your lower brain, the more primitive parts of your brain that are actually in charge right now. We have a scanner that's kind of constantly, I think of it like a lighthouse tower, like it's sort of constantly scanning to see if we're safe, And right now, any of us in this community here are scanning and not picking up safety, because there's enough of a ripple of energy, there's a collective nervous system activation. That means that our nervous system will not be taking in safety. We have to kind of circumvent that through our own body positioning and breathing in order to help ourselves anchor into our bodies and feel what we're feeling, stay present to what we're going through. Staying present and staying connected is how to survive trauma. So what I will teach you now are two ways that you can do what I'm talking about. One, the kind of quickest, is to tuck the chin. I won't go into all the details about what this does, but it has to do with kind of deactivating the vagus nerve, softening the vagus nerve. You can add to that holding the heart space, especially the high heart, and breathing. If you can hold this position for 1.5 minutes, that's basically one cycle of that safety scanning that the nervous system does. So breathing, tucking your chin, holding your high heart for 1.5 minutes should help. You may even feel a wave of nausea. It can help to keep your eyes open and look down. You might feel dizziness or have other sort of like, it's like your body needs to go through all the cycles of the reaction of the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response. And I'm sorry I don't have time to give a full 1.5 minutes live in the video right now because I have to jump into sessions with clients. But my other favorite thing is, I call it a wall stand. Let's see if I can do this here. So you actually press your back up against a wall. Does not matter what wall it is, as long as it feels supportive to your back. And I have my knees bent. It's kind of hard to show you. And I'm just going to kind of lightly, not with force, just lightly let my back settle against the wall. If this is hard for your legs to do, you can bend them less. I find that it just keeps me more grounded when I bend my legs. If you get nauseous, you can tuck your chin here too. And if you start to dissociate or leave your body or get dizzy, looking down and orienting, which is letting your eyes focus on something. It can be a speck on the floor or an object. And just letting yourself breathe. So I will be back to offer more support. For now, I am sending my love to all of you.